You're going to grab the first quest in Stormblood, just to get it into our log.
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal? Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Of course, Alfie.
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
Neat.
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
Yes, sir.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly. And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Go away.
As expected.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea. To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lise. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lise's, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are willing, of course.
Of course I am.
Can't think of a lot of people, but okay.
More.
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Well, that covers the talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
If you have to ask.
Thanks.
It's gotta go
It
fight
means
a
a lot knowing you'll be there.
bunch of things. Because he is a child, Dark. Also, good night. Thanks for hanging out.
I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Good point.
You're doing,
I need to offer my services as well.
You're doing your first charity stream tomorrow, right? So you should go ahead and make diabetes go
I
away.
have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming. But we will need someone to keep an eye on things.
But yeah,
I trust you have
have
no
a nice night.
objections.
I'm sure I'll be stopping by tomorrow.
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands.
No.
And there keep watch for
I
signs
refuse.
of primal and Ascian activity.
Keep talking and nobody explodes. Also,
As
good night.
capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
It is settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
Amy, you can't go. Fine, fine, fine. Come on. Come on. And take your armrest. We both know that's what you want. You want to jump up here. You want to take over your armrest. Amy. Amy, what the hell are you doing back there? Come on. Trials. Containment bay. Cute. We'll see how long it takes to actually get in there. We are going to head off to the firmament. Just make sure there's not like a party finder. Leveling. Nothing I can do. Okay. Just... Amy, you're being a little weirdo. Okay, well, first let's do a standing to Imperium. Oh my, 'tis the savior of Ishgard. Perchance you've an interest in Imperium? If so, say no more, I shall escort you there myself. Fear not, the Herald will surely be happy to answer any questions you may have. This is the new housing district that was added in Ishgard. Not my gumdrop buttons! What is that house? Welcome to Imperium. As our restoration efforts progressed, they eventually expanded to include the construction of this little taste of heaven on Earth. We are indebted to countless adventurers such as yourself who helped bring about an end to the Dragonsong War. And as thanks, we wish to provide a space for you to call home here in Ishgard. Of course, we will still require a nominal fee for any plots of land or apartments you purchase, but know that your guild will help us rebuild bigger and better than before. If you would like to hear more, please speak with the resident caretaker for further assistance. I'm good. Can I leave? Leave residential district. You're back there, and now this is unlocking the firmament. Well met, friend. Answering the call of firmament, are you? Wonderful, wonderful. Well, wait, I know you. You're the savior of Ishgard. Are you saying you would contribute to the reconstruction project? Yep. This becomes kind of ridiculous when you take into account that we were just in the housing district that was the rebuild. I think that a fabled hero such as you would help rebuild our city. We are grateful beyond the words. There is just one trifling matter. Do you perchance possess a work permit? It is a requirement for non-Ishgardians, you see. Is that so? As I recall, you are a ward of House Tom, in which case perhaps an exception can be made? Alas, I don't have the authority to make such a decision. Oh, I do, and I believe the perfect can be overlooked in his case. Lord Overseer, you should grace us again. Greetings, friend. It has been quite a while. Indeed. Shouldn't have been surprised. I shouldn't be surprised if you have forgotten me. Of course I haven't forgotten you. I do kind of remember this guy. Honored am I that you should remember me. Much and more has happened since we first met. Not least of all the war's end and Ishgard's transformation. Feels like an age ago that you and Lord Harchefont saved me from a heretic's fate. Oh yeah, that guy. You had proven your worth to me then. Even so, little did I expect that you would go on to save our entire nation. Come on. You were here to us all, and no amount of words could express my gratitude. No, only through action could I begin to repay the debt. Thus did I resolve to do my part for Ishgard, that I might honor those noble souls who risked life and limb to protect the nation. Souls such as you and Lord Harchefont. And so, when an overseer was being sought for the restoration project, I put forth my candidacy as the representative of my house. Our workshop and engineers could be put to good use, I reasoned. It was by no means unanimous, but the Furies saw fit to see me elected to the office. Honored am I for this opportunity to serve the nation. Night, Avelli. Thanks for stopping by again, and thanks for the kind words. Honored am I for this opportunity to serve the nation, and to redeem House Helenard's good name. Owing to the contribution of artisans hailing from far and wide, we have accomplished our goal of rebuilding the district. However, we are still short-handed in the area of administration, account of which I have been performing such odd tasks as I could. Which is what brings me here today, as a matter of fact. I'm out to go and survey our citizens in order to learn what they envisioned for the firmament. If you can spare a moment, might I have the pleasure of your company? Well-traveled as you are, your opinion would be of great interest to me, and I believe folk would be more than willing to share their thoughts with you. You have my gratitude. Without further ado, then, let us take ourselves to the Jeweled Crozier. You're bound to find a diverse assortment of people there. Well, we should probably stop off at the other right and turn that one quest in. So, Akon, what did you think of the Imperium? I do hope it was to your liking. Given that our borders were closed for so long, I worried that outsiders such as yourself might not take interest in this new district. Now that it is our sincerest wish that you and other noble souls will consider making Ishgard your new home. Imperium Ethernet now accessible. Head to the Jeweled Crozier. Nah. If they pop, and we'll do this again. Well. Come here to get supplies for the watch, and what should I find but a familiar face? And if that ain't a pretty lad you've got with you, Archon, and a high-born one besides, you've done well for yourself. You know me, always aim high. I'm teasing. Is all. Anyway, it's good to see you, my friend. brings you here? Lady Helida, your reputation precedes you. As you may be aware, approval has recently passed for the restoration of the firmament in order to rebuild a district that best serves its residents. Who would know what good citizens such as yourself envision for it? Will you not share with us your thoughts? Ah, so you're the one they appointed overseer? Well, then you won't mind if I speak freely. Well, this ain't hardly revolutionary, but I want the firmament to be a place we can all make an honest living. Where if a man works hard enough, he can have a roof over his head and food in his belly. Aye, might be as the war's over, but for a lot of us, the struggle continues, same as before. Sort of struggle blue buds will never know. Remember, Ishgard doesn't belong only to the high and holy now. If the nation's to prosper, all her citizens need to prosper. Well, they must be getting on. But if you need guards, feel free to send word. If the coin's fair, I reckon we can come to an arrangement. Ah, that there's Lord Briardian. I had heard that he was traveling the realm in his capacity as a consulting inspector, but it appears he has returned to Ishgard. Like your good self, he is a well-traveled individual, and I should like to inquire after his opinion. Do you suppose we could beg a moment of his time? Meet again, Inspector. Well, if it is an Archon, I didn't expect to see you here, busy as you have been supposedly of late. Lord Briardian, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Francel de Helenat, and I have the honor of overseeing the reconstruction of the firmament. It is known that you are intimately familiar with all the city-states of Eorzea, and I should be much obliged for your insights. In your opinion, what is the one thing that you believe the firmament needs most? If the district is to thrive, then it must have a thriving economy. As I have oft observed in my travels, the flow of goods and people is as lifeblood to a city, and should be encouraged. Ishgard has long been insular, but the recent changes present a great opportunity. Given the right planning, I am hopeful that ours may become a nation where not a citizen lives in want. I bid you the very best in your endeavors. Ow. Should you have need of my investigative prowess, do not hesitate to call upon me. By your leave. The magnet in my armrest just decided it didn't want to hold as I put my arm down. That was uncomfortable. Oh lord. Oh there, old boy! Let me do that. Archon, I was wondering when you would notice me. A very pleasure to see you, old boy. And if it isn't my dear Lord Francel, how fares your lovely sister? Has she perchance spoken of me of late? Laniette has spoken of you. I fear it has not been in our conversations. Oh, if I may change the subject. Lord Amonolin, you'll have heard that the restoration of the firmament has commenced. Is there aught that you envision for the district? I envision? I can't say I've given it much thought. Well, with the war finally coming to an end, what is in order if not festivities? Yes, make the firmament into a festive place, I say. A place where one and all may engage in revelry each and every day. Beg pardons, my lord, but I believe Lord Francel seeks something more specific and, dare I say, constructive? No, the advice comes from the heart, and I shall take it to heart. You have my gratitude, Lord Amonolin. Always a pleasure to aid a fellow man. Now then, we must be on our way. Take care, Archon, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. How long is that list? Oh, and Lord Francel, Do send my fondest regards to your sister. Tell her how very helpful I was. Yes, that's good. She's just not that into you, buddy. Literally told you to your face. Well, I dare say we've spoken with enough people. Shall we conclude the surveying and reveal what we have learned? Yeah, somehow I doubted the 14-minute wait time was going to be accurate. The game, this expansion starts with you going on a mission where that guy is flirting mercilessly with this woman, and she straight up tells him to his face she's not interested. And he has never once stopped. Take the hint, buddy. Thanks to your presence, we were able to hear a diverse variety of opinions. Each one has merit. The question is whether the visions can be made reality. No, such pessimism will not serve. I must have faith and try my earnest best. Now then, for all this talk of the firmament, you haven't even seen it, have you? Would you care to inspect it with me? I'll be there for a while hence, so please join me at your leisure. Someone by the entrance will show you to the district. Oh, and when you see the men, would you mind giving him this? It's his bone-chilling work, standing there as he does. There's a little something to keep him warm. I could as easily hand it to him, to be sure, but it would be all the more warming coming from the savior Ishgard. With that, I shall go on ahead. See you in the firmament, my friend. Mel, your name makes me want peppermint. Oh, hey, cool. We popped. Feelings can change, but the indication we got the first time we encountered this was he's been doing this for a while, and she's persistently told him to go away. And he just does not listen. There's a point at which you gotta just accept. Sometimes the answer is just no, and it's always gonna be no. Rude.